as a county council member, obviously we deal with a lot of local issues, but there are a lot of issues statewide that really impact us dramatically. So my concerns on the partisan side and the local issues that are nonpartisan are always impacted by a partisan filter. And you know mine is always Republican. And it has been for my entire life, and I assume will be for the rest of my life. But so some of the concerns I really have that we're seeing very dramatically play out just came out yesterday with the budget. You know, we had a pretty conservative forecast for the state for revenue, and they were surpassed. So the state's healthy, made a lot of money through all the revenue streams that we already have. And we have a shortfall because there's no buffer. You know, you can see from the budget vote, it was completely partisan, where the Republicans voted nay on basically every budget bill, because even though we have a surplus in budget, instead of saying, okay, well, great, we can add to our rainy day fund or emergency fund or give back some taxes to people. Let's have a tax rebate. Who would have thought of that? But no, they want to spend more money. So now we have a budget shortfall projected for the next biennium. So they have to raise taxes. I mean, it's classic tax and spend mentality. So that's the first danger, and we all know it. And it's shocking. They just lifted the lid on all our school levies. So it's just spend more, spend more, spend more. No one's really looking at keeping government size the same, providing the same services, or eliminating some services and adding others, like the mental health budget, which I think most people think is a good thing, to reform how we spend money on mental health statewide. But the bottom line is we have a surplus, and now we have a budget deficit, and they have to raise more taxes. It just doesn't make sense. So we need to unify and strengthen and get back our legislature, because with the Attorney General, the Governor, and the legislature all blue, they're just eating us up taxes, and there's no end in sight. And so we see that at the local level, and we're going to get that turbulence from the school budgets when those levies go out. At least we get to vote on that. But that's a huge danger, that we need to be in the best position, recruit. At some point, even the Democratic voters in Washington State will be exhausted by the amount of taxes each and every one of us has to pay. Supreme Court, they're going to be a part of this. And obviously the capital gains did not make it through this time, but no doubt it will. There are other dangers out there. Obviously the death penalty is one the Supreme Court's already ruled on, against the wishes of most people who live in Washington. Capital gains will come up. I mean, the governor will get it through at some point. A Democratic legislature will put something in place. And does that look like an income tax? Yes, it does. Will the Supreme Court find it's an income tax in violation of our Constitution? Probably not.